everyone, welcome to Valkyrie Biker. Thank you for having a look at this channel again. I really appreciate your viewing and your comments and your questions. I'm still a pretty new rider, so always happy to take constructive criticism whenever you guys think I need it. So today I'm going to go into Bournemouth again, and I just wanted to check out again my GoPro 4 Black. I've got it on the, I just resetted the settings, to be honest, and it's completely stock settings. So I'd be interested to see if I get any burnout with the lights of the sun. And I've also got an external mic which I've plugged in with a little adapter. It's not a GoPro one per se, just to see if it's actually going to be any good picking up my voice without having to shout. And the other thing I have is a non-waterproof skeleton cover, which is now housed in. Okay, so today I want to talk a bit about like presence, road presence, and also, if I can, about the steering and the counter steering. Now, we're on a bike, we're on two wheels, we don't have a lovely big cage around us called a car. So hence why, as always, I'm top to toe in head with a lid. I've got a jacket on, which is a textile and armoured jacket with leather. I've got trousers, which is the same material with armour, and I've got my new boots, which looks pretty awesome. And of course I've got my gloves as well, which are also armoured. So there's a bike coming up, let him pass. Okay, let's just get past this. The bus might turn on the left hand side, so I've got to be careful. Make sure we keep an idea. Think bike, yes, thank you so much. Okay, so road presence. We have on two wheels the need to be seen. That doesn't mean to say that we had to hog the left hand side where bicycles are, you know, like pedal bikes. We need to be using the road like cars, because we also pay our taxes, we have insurance, etc. The other thing with being in the centre is that if there's a problem, we have an escape route. So, change my gear. That's it. Rookie mistake there. It's like this one here. I'm going to go to my right slightly after looking behind me. Okay. So, keeping behind a car and making sure that they can see you in their rear view mirror and their side mirrors is so important. Now, if they break the law, pull out, whatever, you've got a camera, well, I've got a camera that can then sort that out at a later date. But I'm not the sort of person to rev bomb them, hit their wing mirrors, anything like that, because that's criminal damage, and this doesn't really give a good feeling towards the rest of the biker community. So what I'm doing today is I'm just trying to make sure that people can see me. See this silver car in front, he can see me quite well with his wing mirror, his rear view mirror. I'm also keeping to the centre of my road. Look to the right, look to the right. Side of vehicle, thank you. And just to make sure people can see me. Now, ultimately, cars not always are looking for bikes. I'll keep them to my left here so you can see my left side. So you have to sort of make your presence known. So like, wiggle, give yourself a bit of a wiggle so they can think, oh, what they're doing. Give them a bit of a squeaky bottom to say what you're doing. Keep them back, watching him over my shoulder, and go around. Yeah, so I've had this bike for 8 months, I think. I've only got 300 miles on it, roughly, which is about 600, maybe just over 300 miles. So not a lot of mileage. As I said, I'm a very new rider. Now I'm going to go right at this roundabout at the top here. I'm going to keep my revs up. Keeping my speed to this sort of speed, just to keep back. Be aware that's who's behind me, who's coming towards me, and I'm going to filter to the right side, but I'm not overtaking. Okay, changing my gears, and you can see I'm coming right back. So if the car behind me decides to go forward, I can move up a bit more. There's my buffer. Okay. Keep on checking, and I'm going to slow and stop here. So left and right. My foot is actually on my back pedal, my back brake. I'm using my throttle just as a bit of a practice. It's good to practice your balance. Right. Pedestrian crossings, you do not stop on the pedestrian crossing, you wait until the closest clear in front of you. Okay, now indicating, looking left, looking right. Okay, watching my left, and then looking to my right, pushing down on my right. Pushing down on my left. You've noticed I've not actually moved I've not moved my bar. I pushed down. That's called counter steering. So if you want to, after I think about 15 miles an hour, if you want to turn, if I want to turn now, I have to physically move my bars, my handlebars, okay? Because it's too slow. When you get to about 15, maybe 20 miles an hour, if you want to go left, you push down on your left hand. If you want to go right, you push down on your right hand. That's counter steering. You don't actually have to move the bar at all. So as I'm doing it, I'll shout out to you so you can see what I'm doing. All the time also I'm trying to keep my buffer and keeping myself in his wing mirror. And remember, you know, cars move around all the time, so the one in front could be not the one in front in 5 minutes. So yeah, the best thing to do when you're on a bike is just to think no one can see you, you're a complete shadow, and you need to be seen. So you've got cars coming in front of you, going to that junction, there's cars coming out the junction, people slowing down, so slow down. There's a reason for the red lights on the back of their cars, it means a brake. They're braking for something. I am not going to filter. If I did, I get clipped. Slow. Okay, checking my left and my right. Slow down. Checking left, thank you. These lights can change at any time. Then they do. Always be prepared for the unexpected. And stopping. Making sure that I'm in my first gear. Foot brake on, clutch in, I'm in first gear. And you don't just sit there and do nothing. You keep watching your mirrors. There's a white car behind me. There's a truck to my right. They're both going to probably overtake me. My indicator's off. So in a minute, I will go forward and then indicate to the left lane. Keep on checking on the lights. Go. Keep into the centre. There's no ego on this bike, so I'm not going to go fast. Checking behind me, indicating. Checking again. Moving over. Checking and cancelling my indication. Again, these lights can change any time. So checking your mirrors in case you have to brake stop quickly. Left side. Okay. checking again, indicating I'm going to go over, checking my mirrors. Okay, so it's just like in a car in a way. You're checking your mirrors as you indicate, or before, checking your indicators again over your shoulder, slowing it down. As I'm slowing it down, I'm going to have to use my my handlebars. Whoops, I'm in first. Now the Keyway Superlight has a little bit of a problem, I found, with the neutral, in the way that you can't find it sometimes, or you find it and the light doesn't come on, which is a bit frustrating. But you know, if you've got the knowledge that sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, it's, you know, it is as it is. Like indicating, washing my shoulder, and cancel my indication. This guy on the left hand side, he's going to try and come up behind me. That's really close. See, if I had to brake really quickly then, he would have bumped into me. I'm only doing 40 miles an hour at the moment. He could come in, yes he is, so I'm backing off. Okay, so I'm doing about 45 miles an hour. Really windy out there, so remember, miles an hour, the maximum speed limit on the road is the maximum speed limit on the road. However, if the conditions, weather, you know, anything is a danger to that maximum speed, what do you do, guys? Do you keep to it? Do you increase it? What you should do is what you do with the same thing as in a car. You slow down to what the appropriate speed is for the conditions in front of you. So my lid's down now. Okay, so it's quite windy. You can normally tell it's windy by just checking the top of these trees. This is a microclimate underneath here. So microclimates, they change underneath things like bridges. In winter time, it could be ice underneath there and no ice anywhere else. Keep my left hand side. This guy is on my right. Sorry, left hand side. Get my left and right where it is. Just making sure you can see me. Okay. That's it. It's behind me. Yeah, so microclimates are a bit funky. You can have a bridge, an overhanging tree over top of the road area, and the temperature of that piece of road will differ to what's ahead and behind it, just because of the overhang, just because of the bridge. So be just mindful that you might have a little bit of ice, a little bit of water, a little bit of coolness, or even heat, stickiness, under overhangs. Okay, so we're down to 40 miles an hour. This is my turn off. I'm going to keep checking my mirrors. I'm going to indicate, moving position, slowing it down. This is a filter lane. I'm still indicating, so I don't make people understand that I'm actually still going down there. Just change my gear, slowing it out, checking my right in case he comes over my side, cancelling my indicator, keep checking. Okay, left side, these people should actually pause and wait, and he's not. So you always have to think that they're going to break the law, so prepare for that. I'm indicating, I'm going to have to stop potentially. Yeah, I'm going to stop. I'm in first. Wait for the mini. Check to the side. Go. And cancel my indicator. Slow it down. And ready for a stop. And stop. Using my back brake, bicycle to my left side, bike behind me, car to my right, look over your shoulder and go. Interesting that there's another learner behind me. He's probably done it a lot longer than me, so I'm indicating anyway. He's turned to his right hand side, checking my mirrors, keeping my indicator on the left even though I'm showing that I'm in the left lane, because you never know, people might decide that they want to go somewhere else. Here's another microclimate coming up. It dips to the ground, so potentially there could be water at the bottom of that, it could be icy, it could be anything. It could be a homeless person, sadly. There's the water, look, see? Okay. Right, on the way back, let's see if we can do some counter steering.